The ground beneath your feet trembles as you struggle to maintain your balance. The once stable earth is now a living, breathing entity, moving violently beneath you. In a world where earthquakes are a constant, how do you survive? How does a species adapt when the earth itself becomes its greatest adversary? In the vast open plains, a tribe of Homo habilis are gathered around a patch of wild berries, carefully picking the ripe fruits. The trees sway gently in the breeze, but their movements seem to be in sync with the subtle vibrations coming from the earth below. The air is tense. They know this feeling. It's a familiar, unsettling tremor that signals the earth's restless nature. Without warning, the ground shakes violently. The trees bend and sway their roots, straining against the shifting earth. Rocks fall from the nearby hills, the thunderous cracks of breaking earth reverberating across the plain. The tribe's members instinctively drop the berries, their senses on high alert. A young mother, clutching her child tightly to her chest, moves toward a cluster of large rocks and outcrop that offers shelter from falling debris. Her face is grim, eyes wide, with a mix of fear and determination. She signals to the others, and the group begins to scatter in an organized chaos. As the quake intensifies, a group of hunters carrying crude stone-tipped spears rush to a nearby cliff where they've previously found shelter. The vibrations are relentless, their footing is unsure, but their survival instincts are honed. One of them, a leader of sorts, pulls his spear out, pointing it toward the horizon. The ground quakes once more, and with it, the Earth's creatures seem to respond. The trees sway in unnatural ways, and from deep within the forest, the growls of a saber-toothed cat emerge, its low growls vibrating through the air. The tribe knows this creature, it has stalked them before. But now, with the earth shaking, the cat has become more dangerous. It's not just hunting, it's disoriented by the constant tremors, and its attacks are more erratic. The young mother, with her child safely hidden behind the rocks, watches the hunters move with calculated precision. They know the beast is coming, and they are ready. But they must act fast. The ground continues to shake, making each movement unstable. The tribe is battling not just the cat, but the land itself. The earth beneath them is a force to be reckoned with, and it feels as though nature itself is turning against them. The ground heaves beneath their feet once more, a massive tremor shaking the entire valley. A distant volcanic eruption roars to life, sending plumes of ash and smoke into the sky. The earth splits open in places, revealing molten rock beneath the surface, and the air becomes thick with dust. The Homo habilis tribe is now fully aware they have moments to act, or the land itself will swallow them whole. The young mother crouched low with her child peers from behind the rocks. She feels the tremors growing in intensity. Every vibration is another reminder that they are living on borrowed time. The hunter chief, a grizzled figure with weathered features, turns to his tribe and raises his arm, signaling for them to move. The saber-toothed cat is close, but it is not just the feline predator that they need to fear anymore. In the distance, another tremor hits. A mountainous cliff already unstable begins to crumble. Rocks fall in a torrent, blocking off their escape route. Boulders roll down with crushing force, forcing the tribe to change course quickly. As the dust settles, the hunters huddle together, holding their spears tightly. The earthquake is no longer an inconvenience. It's their new enemy. The saber-toothed cat appears at the edge of the forest, its eyes gleaming with ferocity. It roars into the chaotic winds, unbothered by the trembling ground beneath its paws. The hunters, though, are prepared. They set their sights on the massive creature, moving quickly, understanding that a direct confrontation will end in certain death. One hunter steps forward, holding a stone axe, the tool that has helped them survive in this hostile land. The ground trembles violently as another quake hits, and the cat's footing falters. The hunters take this opportunity, lunging forward with practiced precision. The cat growls in fury, swiping at the nearest hunter, but its claws only meet air as he ducks beneath the strike. The hunters close in. It's a battle between the unpredictable forces of nature and the unwavering will of those who live in it. The young mother and child, now further along the rocky outcrop, hear the roar of the battle in the distance. They continue to move swiftly, climbing higher into the cliffs, making their way to a hidden cave. As they reach the entrance, another tremor shakes the ground beneath them and stones begin to fall. The mother shields her child with her own body eyes, scanning for any immediate danger. But even in the midst of chaos, there is hope. Survival hinges on the unity of the tribe. Their senses, sharpened by the constant shaking of the land, have adapted. The land may be unpredictable, but they have learned to read its signs. They know that to survive, they must act together, move with purpose, with precision. As the quakes continue to shake the earth, the sound of the saber-toothed cat's furious roars reverberates through the valley. The battle between man and beast rages on a deadly dance, made even more perilous by the earth's tremors. The hunters, their focus sharpened by years of living on the brink of survival, are determined to take down the beast. The hunter chief, with his keen eyes locked on the giant predator, moves in a calculated way, every step timed with the shifting of the ground beneath him. The saber-toothed cat lunges again, its massive jaws snapping shut just inches away from the chief's spear. The chief dives to the side, narrowly avoiding the attack. The earth trembles once more, sending a shockwave through the air, throwing the cat off balance. This is the moment they've been waiting for. In unison, the other hunters strike. The stone axes fly through the air, landing with precision. The saber-toothed cat roars in agony as it is struck, but it isn't finished. With a final furious swipe, the cat launches itself toward the group, its claws outstretched, its muscles rippling with raw power. The ground beneath them shifts violently, throwing off their balance. The cat is only a few feet away now. The chief, in a final act of desperation, leaps forward, his spear aimed directly for the heart of the beast. The spear strikes true. The saber-toothed cat lets out one final roar before collapsing to the ground, its body shaking as the earthquake rumbles beneath it. The hunters stand motionless, eyes wide with disbelief. The cat is dead, but their battle is far from over. The tribe has faced its greatest threat, but the earth continues to move beneath them, relentless, unforgiving. The young mother, now hidden in the safety of the cave with her child, feels the earth shudder again. She clutches her child tightly, whispering soft reassurances. Outside, the quakes continue, but she knows their survival depends on one thing: unity. The shaking of the ground may be constant, but they have learned to adapt. They have learned to survive. The tribe's victory over the beast is not just one of strength, but of survival through adaptation. They are a species defined by their ability to endure, to stand tall, despite the constant threat of the earth itself. The hunter chief approaches the young mother and her child, his face grim, but filled with the relief of a battle won. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows over the plains, the tribe gathers. The fire is lit, its warm glow casting flickering shadows on their faces. They are together, alive. The shaking of the earth has not broken them. Their unity, their perseverance, their ability to work together as a tribe, that is their true strength. They share a meal together, simple yet vital, knowing that tomorrow will bring new challenges. The earthquake may return, but they will face it as one. They have lived through the tremors, the predators, the dangers of a world that seems determined to tear them apart. But they are still here. As the last embers of the fire fade into the night, the tribe's bond remains unbroken. They are Homo habilis survivors of a world that is as dangerous as it is beautiful. A world where the earth itself is both ally and adversary. But together, they will continue to live. Together, they will continue to survive.